Welcome back to another CSS tips and tricks series. In this episode, we'll learn how we can combine the power of grid and Flexbox to create more complex layouts in CSS. So right here in our code editor, we have a div with a class of grid-container. This is the wrapper that will be used to create our grid, and inside of it we have 6 divs with the common class of grid-item. If you go to our CSS, we have right here, we target the grid-container. To make it a grid, use the property display with the value of grid, and we define the columns using the property grid-template-columns, and using the function repeat to create 3 columns, and each column has 1 fraction, and we also define a gap between the columns and rows of 10 pixels. Below that, we have target the grid-item. We define the background color to be blue, a border of 1 pixel black, a padding of 20 pixels. The font size are also 20 pixels. Text alignment is center, and the text color is white. Let's go to our browser. You can see right here that we have a grid with 2 rows and 3 columns. The goal, like I said, for this video is to place items inside of these grid cells using Flexbox. So let's go back to our code editor. The first thing we need to define, let's say I want to place items inside of this cell number 2. The first thing, let's add more items. So I want to create divs with a class of flex-items times 4 tab. So this would be flex item number 1, copy, flex item number 2, flex item number 3, and flex item number 4. Save it. Let's view on the browser. As you can see right here, these divs are placed in a normal flow. First of all, let's style them so they look better. Let's go to our CSS. Let's target this class right here, flex-item. So the first thing, I want to add some background color. I have defined the variable for the color right here, primary color. So just copy this line right here and place it here. It's using this primary color. Then I want the text alignment inside of those items to be center. Color for the text will be white. And I want to add some margin so we can give in space between those items of 10 pixels. And also let's add some padding so they look bigger. Padding of also 10 pixels. Save it. View on the browser right here. So now let's put those grid cells into a Flexbox container. To do that, we come right here inside of this grid item. This is one approach that we can use. You can use the property display with the value of flex. If you save it, now your items are displaying in a flexible way using the row direction. This is because when you set up the flex to become a Flexbox container, the default value for the flex direction is row. If you can change the values from to be columns. Let's save it, and now your items are displaying a flex direction of column. You can also change to become row reverse. Now the order of the items will switch. Now it starts from item number 4 all the way to number 1. The problem with this approach is because we are using the grid-item to create our Flexbox container. So all the items that use this class will become a flex container. A better approach is to use a div and give that div a class of flex container, let's say, and then let's place the items inside of this div. Let's also wrap this number 2 inside of h3. Now we have to now target this flex container to become a flex box container. So let's paste it. The only thing you have to do right here is just copy these two properties, paste it right here inside of this class right here, and now only this div will become a flex container. So let's also, you can also use a property called flex wrapper, so the items will be placed in a second row if there is no available space. As you can see right here, now the fourth item is in the second row. You can also use properties to align items inside of this container. You can use align items to center vertically your items, and you can use the property justify content to center them horizontally. Save it. Now your items are horizontal and vertically centered. This is how you can combine the power of CSS, Grid, and Flexbox to create more complex layout. I hope this video was useful. As always, don't forget to follow, to like, and subscribe for more CSS tips and tricks. Stay tuned.